everyone. My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice, because that is my nickname. I am having a hard time embracing Oregon quarterback Justin Herbert. And really, when I look at all these quarterbacks in the 2020 NFL Draft, I got questions about them all. I really believe in Joe Burrow, but I still look at him and I say, not a great arm, a good arm, but not a great arm. I don't see him as a generational talent. I don't see him as the next Andrew Luck or the next Aaron Rodgers or even Trevor Lawrence, who's coming out next year, who's very, very talented. Look, I think Joe Burrow is very good, but I do worry if he can become, the guy that changes Cincinnati's fortunes. I wonder if he can overcome that dysfunction. Not a great owner, not a great offensive line. I don't know. I don't know if he can turn around Cincinnati. I look at, Tua Tagovailoa. A lot of injury history. Wasn't great versus Georgia last year. Wasn't great versus Mississippi State last year. Wasn't great versus Clemson last year. Every time I looked and turned around, I saw Tua Tagovailoa go against a team that had about the same amount of talent as Alabama. He struggled. And I look at, Jordan Love. A lot of mechanical issues. Had a lot of turnovers this past year. Struggles to get off his first and second reads. Struggles to read defenses at times. I have questions about all these guys. However, like I said, I am really struggling to embrace Justin Herbert. Now, I will say this. I do think that he has a lot more potential than Marcus Mariota had coming out of Oregon. A lot of people, look at Marcus Mariota and say, hey, he wasn't that good. Oregon quarterbacks can't work. I think that's unfair to Justin Herbert. I looked at Marcus Mariota and I said, not a great arm, can't really fit the ball in the tight windows. I thought he was a product of the schemes that Oregon ran, the Chip Kelly offense, the spread offense. Oregon was so much ahead of the Pac-12 that it made things easy for, Marcus Mariota. He played with a lot of great talent around him. I just never got a sense that Mariota would become a great NFL quarterback. Maybe he turns around in Oakland. I don't know. I think that Justin Herbert has a lot more potential than Marcus Mariota. But again, I have my questions, and I'll tell you why. Before I talk about the bad, once again, let's talk about the good. I had Justin Herbert ranked as my fourth best quarterback. I ranked the top 5 quarterbacks a couple days ago. I had Joe Burrow number 1, Tua Tagovailoa number 2, Jordan Love number 3, Justin Herbert number 4, and Jacob Eason number 5. And I don't think the gap is too wide between these guys, but either way, let's talk about the good. Like I said, Herbert, 6'6", 240, big time arm. He's mobile. Like I said, got a cannon for arm. He has all the physical traits to become an elite quarterback. So the question is, why do I think that Justin Herbert is a boom or bust prospect? Because like I said, I don't think Justin Herbert is an awful prospect, but I really do believe that he's either going to change the fortunes of a franchise or he's going to get someone fired. There's really no in between, in my opinion. I just don't see it. And if I had to guess, I would say that Joe Burrow and Tua Tagovailoa are the two quarterbacks that are probably not going to drop. Those are the two guys that most NFL scouts look at in high regards. It's going to be between Jordan Love and Justin Herbert, while I look at quarterbacks that potentially could drop in this NFL draft. And if I had to guess, it's probably going to be Justin Herbert. It could help him. It really could. If he drops to a really good team like the Patriots or the Saints, he can learn behind Drew Brees or Tom Brady. That'd be great. But one of the reasons why I'm really cautious about Justin Herbert and why I believe he's a boom or bust prospect is because, like I said in my top 5 quarterbacks in the 2020 NFL draft class, he at this point is more of a thrower than a quarterback. Meaning, if I'm going to use a baseball analogy, he's not a pitcher quite yet. He just has a really big-time fastball, and he doesn't know how to channel it quite yet. That's how he is as a quarterback. Justin Herbert does not have a great feel for the game, and that's concerning because I look at Tua, I look at Jordan Love, and I look at Joe Burrow, and I say they have a natural feel for how to play the quarterback position. And if you don't have a natural feel for the game, that's hard to teach, man. It really is. And at this point, Justin Herbert is all Nolan Ryan. He is all fastball, meaning he can throw the ball 100 miles an hour, down the field. He has a strong arm. He can fit the ball in the tight windows. But we look at Jameis Winston. He has a big-time arm, and he's struggling to find a job right now. We looked at Deshaun Kaiser. Had a big-time arm coming out of Notre Dame. Wasn't refined. Didn't develop properly. We looked at Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf had a big-time cannon for arm. He was a BUM in the NFL. I shouldn't say BUM. I'll just go bust. That's probably a little bit harsh. But either way, The bottom line is the most successful NFL quarterbacks, the Tom Brady's, the Drew Breeses. Let's just go with those two guys because those are the two guys that are going to be the all-time leader in passing yards and passing touchdowns when it's all said and done. They both passed Peyton Manning, okay? They are miles of consistency. What makes those two Hall of Fame quarterbacks great? Precision, accuracy, the ability to be surgical in the pocket, to take what the defense gives them, to be able to read defenses, carve you apart. They have more than a fastball. Tom Brady does not have the greatest arm in the world. Drew Brees does not have the greatest arm in the world, but they win with precision, timing, accuracy, anticipation, throwing people open, not waiting for them to get open, but actually throwing them open. They just have a great feel for the game. They study film. They can go off their first and second reads and go all the way to their third and fourth and even fifth reads at times. That's not what Justin Herbert does. And when I look at Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, and I know Jordan Love struggles with some of those things too, but at least Jordan Love has more than a fastball. He can win with touch, precision, and accuracy, and timing and anticipation. He just needs to work on reading defenses and making better decisions as a quarterback. Justin Herbert, his decision-making is problematic. His mechanics are wild. I will admit he's talented, but I don't see him winning with precision, timing, and accuracy. He does not anticipate very well. He usually waits for wide receivers to get wide open instead of throwing them open. And that's a concern, man. He just does not have a natural feel for the game. He's not very fluid. And that's a concern. Bad mechanics, bad footwork, can't really read defenses. And this is very concerning for me because, see, it's one thing if Justin Herbert were coming out this year and he only started one or 2 years of college football. And we can say, oh, maybe he didn't have the amount of college starts we would have liked. Somewhat like Dwayne Haskins. One of the reasons why I'm kind of, not as harsh on Dwayne Haskins in the NFL and why I understand his early struggles more so than other people is because I looked at him and I said that he only played 1 year of college football. Okay, he's going to make mistakes. We got to be patient. Let's give Dwayne Haskins some time. Meanwhile, Justin Herbert, this guy has 43 college starts, and I still see the same mistakes over and over, the same bad decisions, the same inaccurate footballs on easy passes. He still cannot win with precision and accuracy. I see it at times, but not enough on film. He just has a fastball. You can't just have a strong arm and expect to succeed in the NFL. You need to be able to throw with touch, precision, and accuracy. And Herbert just does not do that consistently. And again, you would think for a 4-year starter in college, he'd be refined. He'd be arguably the best quarterback in this draft class. But I just don't see it, Justin Herbert is your classic McDonald's commercial. You look at those burgers on camera, on the TV screen, you're like, man, does that burger look juicy? The cheese, the lettuce, the tomatoes, oh my gosh, this should be the best burger of all time. And while McDonald's burgers are fine, sometimes I'm like, they could be better. And that's how I look at Justin Herbert. He's a tease. People are giving him credit based on the way he looks, based on his potential and his physical traits. And while I admit I love players that have the physical traits and potential, but we got to have some substance here. We got to just look at the film. And look, I think that Justin Herbert has a chance to prove me wrong. If he gets with a great head coach and a great scheme that lets him just be unleashed, then yeah, he can maybe prove me wrong. But Justin Herbert is not going to overcome dysfunction. He's not going to overcome bad coaching. And a lot of quarterbacks cannot do that. But Justin Herbert, he needs more help than a lot of these quarterbacks. And the things I'm hearing about Justin Herbert concern me. Kind of an introvert, not the most vocal guy. He did improve at the Senior Bowl. I heard about his leadership skills improving at the Senior Bowl. But either way, I don't know, man. I want my guys to be vocal. I want them to be the alpha dog. And I just waited for that game where Justin Herbert put it all together at Oregon, where I looked at it and said, man, boom, that's the number 1 overall pick. I saw flashes of it, but I never saw it put the full product out there. Have you ever went out and tried to buy a house or a car or a pair of jeans and they look really, really good, but you just cannot, for some reason, wrap your arms around it and just pull the trigger and spend your money on it? You can't invest in that company because you just feel like there's something missing. And I just feel there's something missing with Justin Herbert as an NFL prospect. Again, I think he has a chance to prove me wrong. I like him much more than Marcus Mariota coming out of college. And let's be real, we don't really, truly know how these guys are gonna develop. You look at Baker Mayfield, landed in Cleveland, Ohio, dysfunctional franchise. Sam Darnold, New York Jets, bad franchise, bad roster, dysfunction, okay? Lamar Jackson needs some work coming out of college. He goes to Baltimore, the rest is history. He wins the NFL MVP this year. He looks like a top 5 quarterback. Look, I get it. Justin Herbert is a physically gifted quarterback, and I will not be shocked if he proves me wrong, but I just can't really fully embrace him. I don't think he's going to be a game-changing franchise quarterback. I don't think he's going to be quite a bust, but I think that he's going to be a disappointment. Now, ultimately, if he lands in a place like New England or Oakland or Indianapolis or even Dallas, which I think Dallas needs to do, I think that Dallas needs to pull a trigger and replace Dak Prescott. I think that Dak Prescott's asking for way too much money. I'm not going to pay Dak Prescott $40 million per year to be the 15th or 12th best quarterback in the NFL. I'm just not going to do that. So if Justin Herbert goes to a really good situation, then I'll feel better about him. But as of right now, I just feel he's a wild card. And if you had to ask me what quarterback is going to drop potentially, it's probably going to be Justin Herbert. And again, maybe he drops to a really good team. But as of right now, I got some serious questions about Justin Herbert. And I do believe there is a lot of bust potential there. I really do think that people are not looking at it through a full microscope. I really think that Justin Herbert is truly a boomer bust prospect. I'm really interested to see where he's going to go in this draft. But ultimately, as of right now, Justin Herbert needs some time to grow and develop. And if he continues to show those inconsistencies in the NFL, that's a red flag. And ultimately, I just cannot fully embrace Justin Herbert as of right now. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.